On day one, I swung up to the Avengers Tower as the amazing Spider-Man. There waiting for me was my mentor, Tony Stark, standing in front of his high-tech inventions.
Just you wait, kid. One day, you'll be the best hero this city has to offer. And I think I have something that can help you become it.
Thanks, Mr. Stark. Suddenly, large mechanical arms pierced into the room, destroying everything it touched with ease. And entering in was Mecha Dr. Octopus.
It's time for my Mecha takeover! This city will be mine!
The massive mech used two of his tentacles to burst out a beam my way. It hit me, bringing me down to half a heart in a single blow.
I've never seen anything like this before. Get in the suit!
I listened to my mentor, and as I stepped foot in, tons of power began to course through my body. Its colors began to change into my own. I gained 5 more hearts and new special abilities. I was now Mecha Spider-Man.
It's too late!
I looked over to see Mecha Ock had Tony in his grasp. No! He jumped out of the tower, and I knew I had to chase after them. On day 2, I was running through the city, right on Mecha Ock's tail. He quickly used his tentacle to break down a building, cutting me off. However, in my new suit, I was able to break right through the rubble. Whoa, what other things can this mech do? Soon, I found myself at the start of a bridge, where Mecha Ock was waiting. With no time to react at all, he blasted at me with his electrifying beam, diminishing my health.
You have no idea what I have planned for this city!
I looked to the left and right as other mechs came rising from the ground above. They destroyed everything they could, sending people all around into fear. No, you won't get away with this!
Watch me!
He blasted at me again, destroying the floor below, sending me into the unknown. I fell deep below ground in a grimy operation room. Ugh. Looking around, I saw I was around various crooks that were planning different crimes.
Oh yeah, man, this bank won't know what hit him. Yeah! Hold up, Gary. Let me grab the crowbars before we head out.
One of the crooks turned the corner and spotted me instantly. Hi?
Robot got in here? Ah!
He pulled out his gun, ready to shoot. On day 3, the criminal was shooting at me with his weapon.
Take this, you mechanized bug!
His bullets were tearing away at my armor, and out of instinct, I blasted out an electric blast right at him. As it hit, he was webbed in place.
What witchcraft is this?
How many things can this suit do?
Quite a lot.
Huh? Who said that?
Hello, Spider-Man. I'm Friday, your personal robot companion. Watch out.
Watch out? From what? Just then, I was blasted forward with an explosion. Ah! I turned around to see that the criminal had brought backup.
Yeah, who's the big bad wolf now, huh? Dude, we've talked about these corny lines. Let's just kill him!
The criminals all shot at me at once, bringing me down to half a heart. They were closing in, and with all of their strength combined, I thought I was done for. Flame on! Just then, a man made out of pure flames burst into the room. What the? He began to blast fire all over the criminals, which sent them running away in fear.
Hot! Hot!
Whoa, who are you?
Me? I'm Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Do you have to do with everything happening in this city? It's a total mech takeover.
No, I'm actually trying to stop it.
Well, that's a relief. Then I think I found something that can help. Come with me.
On day 4, Johnny brought me upstairs to another room, and there sitting in the warehouse was a strange mechanized spider.
I saw this bad boy while searching for the rest of my family. Thought it looked similar to you.
Agreed. Upgrade spotted.
Upgrade? I walked over and collected it. As I did, my body began to grow even stronger. My mech increased in size, I gained 5 more hearts, and now had a crazy new abilities. Whoa, what was that?
The one of many upgrades your suit can acquire. According to my holographic simulation, however, it's still nowhere near strong enough to defeat Mecha Ock, so you must continue to upgrade it.
Sweet. How do I find more? Just then, the entire room shook around us as a deadly shadow flew overhead.
I'm guessing that's the crime boss?
The roof above us tore open, revealing the large, deadly Mecha Vulture.
Octavius told me where to find you.
He began to blast down crazy poisonous attacks right onto us. Johnny was trying his best to blast at him with his fire, while I shot out bursts of electricity everywhere I could. However, it still wasn't enough to take him down.
Enough of this. If you think I'm strong, you have no idea what you're up against.
The Vulture used a crazy ability, launching the two of us into the sky. On day 5, the two of us landed in the middle of a street. There was no one in sight, and everything looked battle-torn. This city is really being taken over.
We have to be careful, or we're next!
Just then, the deadly Vulture landed as well, as the two of us hid behind some cover.
I know you're around here.
We gotta get out of here. Follow my lead. The two of us began to maneuver through the debris and cover, making sure to time our movements to avoid the Vulture's vision. The Vulture was even deadlier in the air, and anytime he saw movement, he would fly down and destroy anything in his way. We were about to make it when Johnny accidentally set one of the nearby blocks on fire. Oh no, stop! Stop!
There you are.
He was about to come over to take us down. However, I had an idea and shot out an electric web the other way. The Vulture took the bait and flew off. That was a close one.
Yeah, thanks for the help. If Mecha Doc is controlling these mechs, then we're in trouble. The rest of the Fantastic Four got captured trying to fight against them. I need to free them.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna get stronger, and I promise I'll help. Just then, a mysterious portal opened up in front of the two of us. Oh no. Within seconds, I was pulled through. On day 6, I was pulled through the portal and found myself in a cave-like prison. Hey, let me out of here!
I don't think I will.
I turned to see I was captured by Doctor Strange. Dude, what's your deal?
This city is being attacked by any and all mechs. You are one as well. So, I must eliminate them for the greater good.
Me? I'm a hero! Let me out! The doctor didn't listen and used his portal-like magic to send out spews of fire all throughout the cage.
Systems overloaded. Must find cooler temperatures. Now!
Oh, really? I had an idea and let out as much of my strength as I could. Because of my newfound abilities, I was able to break out.
Impossible!
Gotta go! I began to run out of Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum as he chased closely behind.
I will not let you escape.
He shot out a portal in front of me, and as I exited on the other side, I was now right in front of him? You're so annoying! I tried to run again, but another portal opened up below me. I fell inside and saw that I landed at the foot of the city's carnival.
I'm sorry, Spider-Man, but I have to do this.
On day 7, Strange was about to rush in and fight me until we both heard, "Help!" We turned to see the carnival we were next to was under attack. People were panicking all around as Doc Ock's mechs were destroying everything. We gotta help them. The two of us went in and began to fight against his men. We were able to take the remaining few down, and from there, quickly began to escort people to safety at the entrance of the carnival.
I think that's all of them.
Oh no! Please, someone! There was one more person, and they were on a Ferris wheel that was about to collapse.
Fine. Here, use this now.
Strange threw me over another upgrade item. I collected it, causing me to grow stronger once again. I gained 5 more hearts, had spider arms attached to my mech, and now had new abilities. With my new form, I wasted no time bolting towards the Ferris wheel. I was able to shoot out webs like never before with my new arms. And in a matter of seconds, the entire wheel was safely secured. Close one. However, as I finished, the Mecha Vulture from before landed in the center.
I'm finally found you.
On day 8, the Vulture flew in to attack. He was incredibly strong like before, and was by far the fastest opponent I had ever faced. However, now that I was stronger, I could shoot out electric web after web. I was able to trap the Vulture unlike before.
No, impossible. It doesn't matter. Dr. Octavius's power can't be matched.
I use one more move, taking him down for good. Thank goodness.
I lost my rationality.
You think?
I'm sorry. I guess all mechs aren't bad. Come with me. I may have something that can help you further.
On days 9 to 10, Doctor Strange brought me into the basement of the Sanctum Sanctorum.
I'm gonna conjure a spell that will empower your suit, making it able to withstand any attack.
Sweet. What do I need to do?
Just stand there and let me concentrate.
As he said this, magical runes started to spin around the two of us. Whoa! Wait, is this gonna have some weird side effect? Like, make everyone forget I ever existed or anything?
What? Why would someone want to do that?
Just then, something began to happen as the magical runes started to frantically shake all around the room.
Ugh, that's not supposed to happen.
What? What is it? Suddenly, the runes flashed with light. As a portal opened up behind me, it shot out a blast of electricity that hit Doctor Strange head on.
Ugh!
His spell exploded, sending me flying back and through the open portal. Ah! Ah! I looked around at my new surroundings and saw that I was still in New York, but it looked different. Am I in a different dimension? As I said this, I heard a loud screech and turned to see that a giant monster was rampaging through the city.
More power! I need more power!
He was destroying everything in sight, and in front of him were a group of civilians running for their lives.
I'm too young to die!
I don't care where I am. I need to save them. On days 11 to 12, I quickly jumped down and used my iron webs to make a wall, stopping the monster in its tracks.
Whoa, who are you?
Oh, me? I'm just your friendly neighborhood.
Spider-Man.
We're all gonna die! Another little insect? Give me your power!
I tried to fight back, but the monster shot out powerful blasts of electricity that began to make my mech malfunction.
Power level 30%.
What? Because of this, the monster began to grow even stronger.
Yes! Yes!
He went to attack me again, but I was suddenly pushed back into a nearby alleyway. I turned to see that I was saved by another spider mech. Okay, what in the world is going on?
Just follow me. I'll explain on the way.
The other mech and I quickly escaped the area and headed to a safer spot in the city.
I'm Penny Parker, this dimension's Spider-Woman, and that monster is Morbius.
Really? Your Morbius is way cooler than my universe is.
Seriously? Oh, that cool monster is gonna destroy the whole city unless we do something.
Right, sorry. With that, the two of us made our way to the outskirts of Penny's lab.
I think some of the tech in here can help us find a way to stop Morbius. Come on!
On days 13 to 14, Penny and I began to rush down the lab halls. But as we rounded the corner, there was a set of sealed vault doors.
Ah, the power outages keep messing everything up. Hold on.
She walked up and slammed into the doors with her mech, blasting them open with ease.
Keep up, Spider-Man!
We continued until making it into Penny's main laboratory, where I saw a ton of high-tech gear all throughout the room. However, alarms started to go off, and robot spiders dropped down in front of us.
Intruders! Leave the Parker's lab at once!
What the? Guys, it's me!
The guards didn't listen and began to run in and attack. Hey, what gives?
I'll figure it out while you distract them.
Penny ran over to a control panel, causing the robot guards to chase after her. Stay away from her! I dashed in and punched them back. Ha ha! However, this caused all of them to focus on me. Oh no! On days 15 to 16, the robot spiders began to chase me around the room, shooting out whatever they could to slow me down. Ah! How we doing over there, Penny?
The power outages fried their recognition software. I need to reset them. Just hold on. on?
I flew up in the room to avoid the spider and landed on the second story. However, they swung up right after me. I fought back with everything I could, but they were tough and seemed to resist every single one of my attacks.
I got it!
With a single button press, all of the robot spiders were finally reset and seemed to calm down.
Welcome back, Miss Parker.
Thank goodness. With that, they all stood aside to guard the entrance.
All right, Spider-Man, what we need is over here.
I went over as Penny showed me a strange device in the back of the room.
Put it on.
I did as she said, and the second I grabbed it, I felt it begin to merge together with my suit. I upgraded once again, gained 5 more hearts, and now had a new and improved Spidey sense.
With this, you can analyze Morbius, and then we can find out its weakness.
Sounds like a plan. We quickly exited the lab, only to hear the sounds of destruction coming from the distance. I think I know where we need to go next. On days 17 to 18, Penny and I raced towards the noise to see that Morbius was heading for the city's power plant.
No! If he gets in there, he'll really be unstoppable!
I flew closer, and as I did, my Spidey senses began to pick up on something. Those bulbs of electricity on him. Those are his weak points.
Then let's hit him hard!
We both went in as I shot out my iron webs, hitting the monster directly. This caused electricity to shoot out into the air as Morbius screeched out in pain.
Insects!
He began to swipe out at us in the air with his electricity, but we split up as Penny distracted him down low, allowing me to hit another weak point. The monster began to panic as he slammed me to the ground. Ugh!
I got him!
She ran in and started to place down spider mines at Morbius's feet. While he was distracted by the explosions, I used the opportunity to fly up and blast back his final weak point. Electricity blasted through the air as the giant kaiju finally was defeated. We did it! All right, time to head home.
Yeah, I don't know how to help you there.
What about my... But before I could finish my sentence, another portal opened up in front of us. Huh? Stepping out of it was another spider person. Your suit is way cooler. Who are you?
No time to explain. Your timeline still needs you.
What are you talking about? He didn't answer though and pulled me through the portal with his webs. Wah!
Bye, I guess.
On days 19 to 21, I came flying through the portal and back into my own dimension. Home sweet home. But as I looked around, the other Spider-Man was nowhere to be seen. What was his deal?
Fall in line, my creations!
I looked over and noticed that I landed just outside of Doc Ock's base.
Go! Find every hero that would dare stand against me in this city and bring them to me!
On his command, a ton of robots ran out into the city.
You'll never get away with this, Doc.
There, standing behind him, was Mr. Stark. But he looked incredibly weak, and his arc reactor was gone from his chest.
Shut it! The only reason you're still alive is I need you to fix my creations!
Mr. Stark, I need to find a way to save him. I was about to run in when I heard a voice call out to me.
Hey, watch it!
Huh? I jumped back and saw that I had almost stepped on a tiny person.
I'm not just any person, I'm Ant-Man!
Oh, right. Wait, do you think you can make me shrink too? I can sneak in that lab easily and save Mr. Stark.
Maybe. Follow me.
I went with Ant-Man as he led me to his apartment.
I should have more PIM particles around here somewhere. Help me look.
We searched around the room until I saw a strange blue vial. Is this it? I went to grab it, but accidentally broke it, causing me to rapidly shrink down. Whoa! On days 22 to 26, I shrunk down in Ant-Man's room.
Hey, change me back!
Oh no, where did I put those growth capsules?
What? Dude, we don't have time!
But before I could finish my sentence, I was pierced from behind. I turned around to see that I had been surrounded by massive ants? Hey, your boss and I are work friends, so don't eat me. The ants began to chase me around the room as I flew for the door. However, just as I was about to fly up, my suit's thrusters wouldn't work?
It seems an ant bite has pierced our fuel tank, sir.
Oh, come on! I had no other choice but to begin jumping between the drawers to get away from the ants. But they weren't giving up. I finally made it to the top of the dresser, only to see that more of them had cut me off. No! The ants shoved me off the edge, causing me to fall. Oh no! Ah!
Pull yourself together, man!
What? I looked up and noticed that Ant-Man had used a growth capsule to return me to my normal size. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, sorry about that. Here, let me add this to your suit before you break anything else.
Ant-Man added Pym particles to my suit, causing me to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had full control of the scale of my suit. Sweet! On days 27 and 29, Ant-Man and I made our way back to Doc Ock's base. And as we did, the large mech came running out and into the city. Where is he going?
Does it matter? Now's our chance to save Iron Man.
I followed behind Ant-Man as we shrunk down and traveled through a vent from the outside. Once in, we could see tons of robots were still patrolling around to keep watch. I used my enhanced Spidey senses though to scout the area until I found him. Mr. Stark, he's this way. We started to run further down the vents when a gust of wind blew us back and sent Ant-Man flying out. No! I went to go catch him, but this caused us to fly out into the open.
Motion detected! Actually, I don't see anything. Area secure!
Phew, that was close. Finally, we made it into the room where Tony was being held. Mr. Stark!
What? Kid? Is that you?
It's all right. I'm gonna get you out of here. I used my spider arms to break his cell open, but because of this, alarms started to go off all around the base. That's not good. Just then, Ock's robots came rushing in to take us down. On days 30 to 32, the robots charged in and began to hit me back with their repulsor blasts. I tried to fight back with my webs, but they were still overpowering me. Ugh, they're still too strong.
That's how I made him.
Hold on! I have an idea!
Ant-Man ran up and threw out a device that instantly shrunk down our attackers. And now, they barely tickled me. After quickly taking them down, we started to escort Mr. Stark out of the base. And as we did, Ant-Man continued to shrink down anyone that tried to stop us. Almost there! Right as we were about to reach the exit, more suits dropped down, blocking our path.
I'm all out of juice!
I used the Pym particles I had to grow larger in size and dash forward, charging right through them. Come on! We were finally able to escape and make it to a safe spot in the city.
Good work, kid. But Dr. Octavius, he still has my arc reactor. I won't live without it.
I know. I'll get it back soon. I promise.
Okay, come on, Mr. Billionaire. I got you.
Ant-Man took him away to rest up, just as Johnny came flying up to me.
Peter, there you are. I finally found the rest of the Fantastic Four, but you're not gonna like what they've become.
What are you talking about? On days 33 to 35, Johnny led me to Central Park. And from above, we watched as the other members of the Fantastic Four were on a rampage.
It's clobbering time!
What are they doing?
While you were with Ant-Man, Doc Ock took control of my friends' minds, making them attack the city.
I watched as the controlled Invisible Woman trapped a civilian in the park, allowing Mr. Fantastic to run up and finish the job. We have to do something. I slammed down in between them, cutting them off from hurting more people. Guys, snap out of it!
No, we've saved this city countless times, and not one time were we thanked for it. They deserve what's coming to them. Thing, get him out of my sight!
You got it, Stretch!
The Thing began to barrel towards me as the others took the opportunity to get away. All right, I guess I gotta deal with you first. I ran around the park trying to use my speed to weave between the trees and slow him down, but he just charged right through everything. On days 36 to 39, the Thing cut up to me and slammed me back with a powerful hit. Before he could follow up though, Johnny blasted him from above.
Peter, I'll follow the others. Take him for a swim. He'll sink like a rock.
I quickly looked around and noticed the pond in the center of the park. Sounds like a plan.
Where do you think you're going?
He leapt towards me, and I was barely able to dodge. Come on, big guy! I shot at him with my iron webs, making him angrier and angrier.
I'm gonna squash you like a little bug.
He charged in again, but I dodged out of the way, causing him to run right into the middle of the pond.
Ah, no!
He was slowed down by all the water, so I used this opportunity to try blasting some sense into him. Come on, wake up! Suddenly, one of my webs struck the mechanical device he had on, causing him to come back to his senses.
Whoa, whoa! Stop that, Peter!
All right, those devices are controlling you. Good to know.
Now my shorts are all wet.
Yeah, sorry about that. Wish I could stick around, but I gotta go save the rest of your team.
Hey, who's gonna clean this all up?
On days 40 to 44, I flew up to Johnny as I saw him looking down on the city. Dude, where'd you go?
My sister just disappeared, man. Oh, right. She's gotta be around here somewhere.
As he said this, my spidey senses picked up on something. Watch out! I pushed him out of the way as a deadly shockwave flew right past us.
Wah! Wait, that's my sister's doing. Where'd she go?
I looked down where the attack came from when I sensed danger again. We both began to fly around rapidly as more and more shockwaves shot out at us in the air. Johnny acted quickly and threw down a fireball, hitting Invisible Woman head on.
Johnny, you'll pay for that!
We rushed down to try and grab her, but she put out a force field, stopping us both in our tracks. Ow! As we recovered, I looked up only to see that she just vanished again.
Hey, think you can use that spider tingle thing you got to track her down?
Right. I focused on my enhanced spidey senses, and with them, I was able to track down where she went off to. Follow me. On days 45 to 47, we followed the Invisible Woman's trail as it led us right to one of the city's old factories. We rushed in to see that she was standing in front of a forgotten nuclear reactor.
You're too late, boys.
She shut out her powers, causing the old reactor to begin to power up again. Because of this, the entire building began to shake as chunks of the ceiling fell all around.
If she causes the reactor to explode, she'll destroy half the city.
Sir, if you get me close enough, I can shut it off remotely.
On it! I began to fly towards her, but the parts of the ceiling that fell threatened to crush me too. After dodging debris, I was about to be close enough when she summoned a large force field, completely blocking the two of us.
She can't hold this up forever.
We began to blast out at her wall with everything we had, but nothing we did seemed to work.
I can't believe you two have survived this long.
The two of us were running out of time, but just then, I had an idea. Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. We both focused on the center of the force field at once, and both shot out our strongest attacks we could, breaking it open.
What? No!
She tried to blast me back, but I was close enough now to shoot out at her and break Doc Ock's machine on her head. Friday, now!
Right away, sir.
Thankfully, Friday was able to shut down the reactor right before it could explode. Yes, we did it! On days 48 to 52, I regrouped with the other members of the Fantastic Four. Does anyone know where Mr. Fantastic went?
Don't worry, Stretch. I'll clobber that stress ball until he snaps out of it.
But he has one of the most brilliant minds on the planet. Dr. Octavius probably planned for him to do something big.
Just as she said this, we heard a loud noise coming from the top of the tallest building in the city. There, at its peak, we saw Mr. Fantastic working fast to build a large machine.
Don't worry, I got him.
Johnny quickly shot up into the air and raced off after him. Wait! As he got close, the machine shot out a powerful electric pulse that flung him back to the ground.
All right, that really hurt.
I don't know what that machine is, but it clearly is taking a lot of power. So we need to cut it off. Then, the subway.
The thing slammed onto the ground, instantly breaking up a hole to the subway under the city. Why did you do that exactly?
That building gets its electricity from some power lines down there. You need to cut it off before Reed finishes that machine. We'll try to slow him down in the meantime.
All right, you got it. On days 53 to 56, I was flying down the subway tunnels when I quickly realized the place was like a maze. Oh, come on. I'm completely lost here. I flew around, frantically looking for which way to go, when I was suddenly shocked by a jolt of electricity.
Ow!
What was that? Wait, I looked down and noticed that a large power cord was the thing that shocked me. If I follow this, it'll lead me right to where the building is powered. I followed the power lines until reaching their source, which was a large room full of cords leading up into the base of the building. However, as I entered inside, the doors slammed shut behind me and alarms started to go off. Oh no!
Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defenses.
But I haven't done anything yet. It was too late though, because lasers started to shoot around the room. I was barely avoiding them, using my spidey senses to predict the attacks. I got up close and tore into the cords, nearly cutting off the power in a single blow.
Power flow disrupted. Activate code red.
I looked up just in time to see a bright red light activate. That can't be good. It shot out a deadly beam of energy that nearly cut my suit in two. Wah! I gotta shut off the power. I flew towards the cord again, narrowly dodging the beam as it carved right past me. And with one final hit, all of the power to the building was cut off. All right, now time to head back up to the surface. On days 57 to 59, as I quickly flew back above the city, I looked over to see that my friends looked super weak from fighting Mr. Fantastic.
Reed, stop this! You think anyone can stop Dr. Octavius's plan? You're even more stupid than I thought.
As he said this, the machine on top of the tower began to power down. It worked!
What? What's going on?
With his defenses down, I flew in and blasted at Mr. Fantastic with my webs.
Gonna take more than that to take me down.
Suddenly, he began to grow as his arms stretched to punch me in the air. Ah! He continued to launch out his fists at me, trying to take me down. But that's when I noticed that the invisible woman was sneaking up behind him.
Sorry, honey.
She sent out a shockwave, completely disorienting him. Now's my chance. I flew in close and cut into the helmet of Mr. Fantastic, finally freeing him from Doc Ock's control.
God! Whoa. What happened? It's all right, bro. Everyone is safe now.
However, I looked over to see that the strange machine had begun to power on once again. On days 60 to 63, we were face to face with the Mecha Dr. Octopus. He was using Tony Stark's arc reactor to power the machine.
No matter what you do, Spider-Man, I'll always be one step ahead of you.
I was about to rush in to attack, but
Wait, let me help.
she reached out and began to use her powers to reinforce my mech suit. I felt my body grow even stronger as I gained 5 more hearts and brand new abilities. Sweet. Thanks.
Activating camouflage.
With that, my suit went completely invisible in my upgraded form. I used this to fly closer to Doc Ock and hit him back.
That suit really is something special. Mind if I use it?
Huh? He activated the large machine, which began to send out a powerful blast right towards me. It hit me head on as I felt my suit begin to malfunction. What the? Friday, what's going on?
Sorry, Peter. Friday isn't available right now.
I began to fly up as he took complete control over me.
Destroy them!
My suit turned and aimed an attack right at the Fantastic Four. Guys, run! Mr. Fantastic quickly stretched up, causing the explosion I sent out to bounce off of his body and right back towards me. Ah! On days 64 to 68, I was flying through the air, no longer in control of my suit. Ah! I need to do something before I hurt anyone else. Just then, a familiar portal opened up behind me as the spider person from before jumped through.
Ha! Looks like the doctor did get the better of you.
Wait, stay back! I can't! But before I could explain, my suit fired out at him. Thankfully, he was quickly able to dodge and come in close.
Oh, I think I can fix this.
He came up and hit me with a pulse that caused my suit to reset. Because of this, I gained back full control again.
Rebooting systems. Good morning, Mr. Parker.
You're back. Thank goodness. Now, you. Who are you? What are you doing here? Explain yourself.
I will. But first, I need to meet with your Tony Stark. Where is he?
I led Spider-Man back into the city, where we found Tony and Ant-Man hiding away in the Stark Tower. Mr. Stark, you look
Extremely handsome? I know. Who's this?
My name is Miles Morales, and I'm here to stop Dr. Octopus because after he takes over this dimension, he starts taking over others too. So, Tony, you have to tell us where the last piece of Peter's armor is. It's the only way to stop him.
All right, kid. Friday, deactivate protocol child lock.
Final upgrade located.
sweet. Yes, I know where I'm going next. On days 69 to 73, I followed Friday's coordinates until I arrived at Mr. Stark's mansion. Whoa. I was about to walk in when Friday suddenly spoke up.
Hold on, the security system is still online. Something is keeping me from turning it off.
It's probably Doc Ock's doing. I have an idea. I turned completely invisible and began to sneak through inside. I then would use my PIM particles to shrink below the lasers, completely avoiding the alarms.
The upgrade is in the basement, behind the vault doors.
Got it. Once I was down in the basement, I found the vault Friday was talking about. Think you can open this up for me?
On it, boss.
The doors began to slide open, revealing an intricate spider core at its center. Haha! However, as I went towards it, a large Iron Man suit came slamming down in front of me.
Directive confirmed. Kill Spider-Man!
On days 74 to 77, the massive Hulkbuster suit began to charge in, trying to crush me with its powerful fists. Whoa! I tried to use my webs to slow it down, but Doc Ock's influence made it determined to take me down. It hit me back, dealing tons of damage. Ah! Why did you have to make so many crazy suits, Mr. Stark? I looked over and remembered the Spider Core. That may be my only chance to stop this thing. I made a break for it. However, as I did, the Hulkbuster began to charge a new attack. I barely dodged back just in time to avoid the beam, but because of this, it hit the Spider Core. All right, that's it. I angrily charged in and hit the suit back, and with it dazed, I shot out another blast, breaking the glass window, causing it to fall into the water below. Now that that's over with, I went to retrieve my prize when I realized that the Hulkbuster's attack had broken it. No! I rushed back to Stark Tower with the item in hand and placed it down next to Mr. Stark. Do you think you can fix it?
It's worth a try.
On days 78 to 80, Tony went to work, fixing up the Spider Core with whatever he could find in the tower. After some time, he was thankfully able to rebuild it, but something was wrong.
Here, the only thing I could fix was its power source. We need some way to jumpstart it.
I can help with that.
I stood within the center of the room as the Spider Core integrated itself into my suit. All right, I'm ready. Miles sent out another pulse of electricity through my suit, which began to charge up the core once again. Because of this, I upgraded one final time. I now had 40 hearts and the ability to produce my own electricity. Awesome.
I told you, you'd be the best hero in this city.
Suddenly, Tony fell to his knees and was looking weaker than ever.
My scanners say his body is holding on, but not for long, Peter.
Tony! It's all right, Mr. Stark. I'll get back your arc reactor before you know it. I promise. Just then, Doctor Strange appeared in a portal on the balcony.
Spider-Man, you need to come see this.
On days 81 to 85, I walked through the portal and onto the roof of the Sanctum Sanctorum. There, we both had a clear view of Mecha Doc Ock, right next to his machine.
Yes! Yes!
Suddenly, the machine sent out another burst of energy that began to react with his mech. He's even stronger now.
Finally, this city will be mine! And then, the world!
On his command, we watched as groups of Ock's robots began to go off and rampage through the city.
We need to get the arc reactor out of that machine.
Way ahead of you. We were about to head out when some of the robots appeared on the roof and began to blast down towards the two of us.
Ugh, we don't have time for this. You don't have time for this.
He let out a burst of magic from the time stone, causing time to slow around us. What the?
I can only hold for so long. Go! I'll deal with these here.
I did as he said and began to fly towards the tower. On days 86 to 90, I was flying as fast as I could to get to Dr. Octopus's machine when I sensed something coming towards me.
Watch out!
I looked up just in time to see a beam shooting down towards me, but luckily, it was blocked by a force field.
Too close. Now hurry up and get inside the tower. If you just fly right up, he will see you before you even get close.
All right, thanks. I quickly made my way toward the entrance of the tower, where I met Mr. Fantastic and the Thing.
Go get him, Spider-Man!
Yeah, and you know what they say? A thing a day keeps the doctor away!
Right. Keep working on that punchline, Ben.
I thought that was pretty good.
I flew up in the elevator shaft in the building when I started to hear a noise from above. Oh no! I looked up to see rubble falling down towards me. I had nowhere to go and was about to be crushed when webs suddenly appeared above me.
I've got you, Spider-Man!
Thanks, Penny. I owe you one.
Just returning the favor. You get to the roof through here.
On days 91 to 94, I finally made it to the roof, where Mecha Doc Ock was turned towards his ultimate machine. I stealthily flew up behind him and shot out my iron webs, taking him by surprise.
You're too late, Spider-Man. New York will be completely under my control in mere moments.
We'll see about that. I went to rush in, but his machine let out a blast like before, threatening to control my suit. Not this time. I sent out my own electrical burst, protecting my suit from his control.
What? That's impossible!
He was furious and began to send out everything he could to take me down. But with my spidey senses, I can now track his attacks, allowing me to dodge them.
On your left.
Haha! I hit him back with my iron webs, giving me an opening to rush towards the machine. I struck into it, finally pulling Mr. Stark's arc reactor free. Because of this, the machine started to power down.
No! You've ruined everything!
He recklessly charged in, but I blasted him back, sending him flying off the roof.
Peter, Tony's vitals don't look good. He needs an arc reactor now.
I guess I'll deal with him later. I'm coming, Mr. Stark! On days 95 to 99, while rushing back to Avengers Tower, I began to notice all of Doc Ock's men were starting to power down. Now that I have the arc reactor, he doesn't have control over them. However, as I said this, I was hit down to the ground. I looked over and saw that the enraged Doc Ock was hot on my trail.
Did you think I would give up so easily?
He was doing everything he could to try and take me out for good. I don't have time for this. I was doing the best I could to avoid his attacks, but they were overwhelming me. Just then, Doc Ock was hit back by a ball of fire?
I saw things were getting a little heated, so I decided to step in. Get to Tony, Peter. I'll hold him off.
I nodded and quickly sped off to the tower. When I arrived, I saw that Tony really was on death's door.
Hey, I could really use a hand here.
Hold on. I ran over and placed the arc reactor back in his chest, and something was happening. Did it work?
His vitals are returning normal, Peter. Mr. Stark will be just fine.
Thanks, kid. Could have been a little faster on the delivery, but thank you.
Of course. Suddenly, as all of this was happening, Johnny came crashing into the room.
Ah! Sorry, I couldn't stop him!
Ha 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 ha! I told you, no one can stop me!
On day 100, I walked out to the balcony to take down Mecha Doc Ock once and for all. It's over, Octavius. We have the arc reactor. You have no army. You don't stand a chance against us.
You are the one that made this worse. I had the perfect plan, and you had to mess it all up.
He started to unleash his powerful attacks again, destroying the top floor of the tower all around me.
Oh, come on, not again!
I have to get him out of here. I flew in and hit him back, nearly knocking him off the edge. I won't let you take my city. I began to fire at him with everything I had, using all of the mecha powers I gathered along the way. He was definitely the most powerful enemy I'd ever faced, but I knew he wouldn't stop trying to hurt my friends. So I wasn't holding back either. I let out the most powerful electric blast I could, hitting him head on and sending his mech flying off the edge of the tower.
Ah, no!
And with that, Doc Ock was finally taken down, and the city could finally live in peace.